It's my daughter's birthday today.
Oh, didn't realize you had a daughter.
Yeah, 5 years old.
How long has it?
Let's see. I've been here. How about 6 years since I've seen her?
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Well, I mean, don't.
I'm doing some calculations.
Mail's here, everybody.
Yay, mail!
Mail call. All right.
I always get excited when Sam comes in with news.
And boy, have I got some today. Gage, as usual, you have no mail.
That's fine.
Yeah. I hope you remember to send your daughter a birthday card.
I did not.
All right. Layne, you actually have one. Looks pretty official here.
Oh my god. That's got a big Al Salt Mine tag on it, dude.
Let me just open this up here.
Are those what, like, paychecks should look like?
I would not know.
I won't know either.
It's from Al, and it says that I have won the Employee of the Month, and I have to give a speech at next month's Employee Forum.
Oh, congratulations!
Yeah, congratulations, man. You've really been pulling in extra work this what are our jobs?
I think we're supposed to be mining salt, but I haven't done that in 6 years. I put in for it every month, and I've never gotten it.
Oh, I didn't even realize that the mine had an Employee of the Month until just now.
Let me see that.
Here, go ahead.
This has got to be some kind of mistake.
Well, no, let's give that
I know
back.
initially I was happy for you, but then I remembered you don't do any work.
Well, let's give that back. I mean, maybe...
you don't even like Al. Why would you want to be Employee of the Month?
Well, because I won it.
But you don't deserve it. You didn't even put in for it. All my hard work and my presence wasn't even noted. Every single month. You know what, man? You enjoy it. What are you going to write your speech about?
Well, I'll write it about how much I deserved this. All the people that helped me get here.
You're going to totally...
Are you going to mention us?
You're going to name drop us, right?
Well, no.
You know what, man? I'm tired of talking about this. Why don't we just do the podcast, okay?
Okay.
What's the topic of the week this week?
Jealousy.
Ooh, buckle up. It's going to be a 4-parter.
This week, our topic is armchair executives. We're going to round table some movies and pitch it to the 2 other members who are being the executives. They will say at the end if they will buy it or not. You are given a genre and 6 random words that you can use to work with, title of the movie, characters, setting, things like that.
We will probably workshop this later. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty good. But we like compare it to other movies of a similar type, right?
Yeah, sure, we can.
Okay.
We can do that.
We know what we need to do.
What's that?
We need to jump right in.
Somewhere deep in the Arizona desert, 3 men are doomed to work for the rest of their lives, trapped within the confines of Big Al's salt mine. They gather weekly and survive the only way they know how, by recording this show. You're listening to Salt Mine Radio.
You know what's funny? I don't even know what genre my movie would be or what the...
Oh, it'll be fine. Oh, mine's a game. You want to start with the game?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay, my segment this week, I'm very excited about it. I'm introducing a new game to you guys.
Okay.
Let's put in some game show music here.
All right.
It's the game show that everyone's talking about. It's called Real or Gage. And real is spelled with like a film reel.
Okay. How's Gage spelled?
Like my name.
Okay. Spell that out for the viewers.
Gauge.
The U's got to be in there. So this game's pretty exciting. I'm gonna name 5 movies. Okay. I'm gonna give you the title, the star, and a brief synopsis, and you have to determine if they're real or Gage, meaning that I've made them up.
Okay.
You guys work together, and you determine, and then you're going to lock in your answer, and at the end we'll reveal.
So it's not competitive.
You're competing against me.
We're competing
so
against
here's
you.
the thing.
Okay.
If you correctly identify all of the Gage movies, okay, you get to pick my segment next week.
Ooh.
If not, fuck you, I'm better than you. Okay? Are you guys ready to play Real or Gay? Nope.
Yeah, I think I'm ready, I guess.
Are you guys ready for film number 1? Now, you guys can ask me questions, okay?
Okay.
I'll be very selective about what kind of questions I want to answer.
Okay.
Based on if I know the answer or not. Okay? And naturally, any movie I'm making up, the answers to your questions will be lies, okay? All right, so our movie number 1 is called Red Heat.
Okay.
Now, Red Heat is a movie about a cop from Russia, and he comes to Chicago, and he gets a new partner. It's a schlubby guy, okay, and he's tracking down a Russian drug dealer. And this movie is starring none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Is this movie real, or did I make it up? You decide.
It's totally made up, right?
Does cocaine play a major part in this?
It
film?
does, Layne. Yes.
Okay, it's real. This is a real film.
Can you give us can you give us the year it was released?
I do not know off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's got to be, I'm going to say mid 80s probably. Post Predator.
Okay.
Maybe like 88,
it's
89.
Real. It's a real film.
Is that you going to lock in? Is that what you guys are thinking?
Sure, Layne seems pretty
I'm gonna
self-assured.
lock in.
Locking
on
it
this.
in. They always have a funny noise when you lock in, right? What was that?
That was the sound of the.
I like.
This sounded like a dog that has just been kicked. All right. So, Red Heat, you guys are locking in as a real movie. Okay? Number 2.
And that's real with the EAL.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Movie number 2 on Reel or Gage is The Cage. A former Navy SEAL turned cage fighter finds himself back in his hometown, where he is framed for the murder of 2 dirty cops. What they thought would be a simple frame job turns into an all-out war against a human weapon with unlimited resources in the streets of Compton. Starring Quentin Rampage Jackson. Is this movie real or Gage?
That's
not real.
That's a Gage, because he was talking about karate movies the other day.
Now you do remember about what? 2007, 2008, we started making movies with UFC fighters in them. You remember this horrible time in cinematic history?
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you guys want to lock, you guys locking it in as Gage.
He's trying to trick us.
He's trying to trick us.
Movie number 2, Gage.
Movie number 3, On Deadly Ground. An ex-military man finds himself in the Alaskan wilderness on a vision quest. When a corrupt business threatens the natural environment to construct an oil pipeline, what ensues is an all-out war. One man representing Mother Nature, starring Steven Seagal.
This one I'm going to say this is a Steven Seagal, you said, and it's on
Deadly Ground.
On Deadly Ground.
Can I tell you some other people that are in this movie?
Sure, if they're actually in it.
Michael Caine is the main bad guy. Arlie Ermey shows up for a spell. It's got Dr. Cox from Scrubs in it, whose name escapes me. And then it has Billy Bob Thornton also in it.
That all-star cast makes me want to say it's fake. There's no way you got all those people into a movie with Steven Seagal.
I don't know. Michael Caine hit a rough patch before he was like the dignified old man.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
Yeah,
because like Helen Mirren as well.
What's the time frame on this film?
Ooh, I gotta say mid-90s for this one.
Checks out Steven Seagal.
No, he was still old. 20 years ago.
Well, because I remember I was reading an interview with Michael Caine, and he goes, he read a script, and he goes to his agent, he goes, I think I'm a bit old for this role, and they go, no, we want you to play his dad. He's like, oh, like, he had no idea that was, like, his time had come in Hollywood to transition gracefully. But, well, I mean, he ended up making it, I guess.
He's the guy that you call now, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, what do you guys think? Real or Gage on this one?
I'm gonna say that's a Gage.
I'm gonna say that's Gage.
Locking it in for Gage.
Movie number 3.
I'm sorry, what was it? All right, let's go and move on to movie number 4. Now this is a 1996 movie. Okay.
All right.
Starring Mario Van Peebles as an android killing weapon designed by the military and utilized to enter into a Latin American
This is
war
real. I already know this.
to destroy the rebels. Natives fighting simply to maintain their freedom. Contrary to the program, he develops an affinity for the natives. Starring Mario Van Peebles.
No, I'm pretty sure this is real. I think I'm movie number 4. We're locking that in. That's real.
As real?
Real.
Movie number 4 as real. Okay, here we go. The new thing to do is to take people that know karate, and then you just plug them into a script. And so one of those men is one of my personal favorite actors. If you're listening to this, I absolutely love you. So starring Scott Adkins and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, you usually don't get one that doesn't have both of them in it. The Shepherd. A former New Orleans cop battles drug cartels and ex-Army Special Forces who are smuggling drugs from Mexico into the U.S. through a Texas border town. Now, this movie came out in 2008 when it was real cheap to shoot in New Mexico and Louisiana. So you would have a script that it's like, takes place in Brazil. No, it doesn't. It takes place in Louisiana.
Van Damme and Adkins. We'll say real. I'll say real on this
Real?
one.
All right.
Real?
Yeah,
Movie number 5, real?
real.
Okay. Let's run through the list. Movie number 1, you guys called that one pretty well. Red Heat, that is a real movie.
Really?
I remember the cocainum scene.
Cocainum.
That's how I knew. I'm like, that's
That's a damn shame. Number 2, The Cage. Said it was a Gage movie, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely correct. That is
Okay.
a made-up
Yep,
movie.
all right.
On Deadly Ground. Steven Seagal, you guys said this was a Gage movie. Incorrect. That is a real movie.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Figured he'd be too old for that time frame, but all right.
Number 4, Solo. He's an android killing machine sent to Latin America. You guys said that was a real movie?
Yes.
And you were correct. That
Yeah.
is a real movie.
Wow.
And number 5, The Shepherd, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme and Scott Adkins. You guys said it was a real movie.
Yeah.
You were correct. There was only one Gage movie in the batch this week. You found it, but unfortunately, you credited me with creating On Deadly Ground, and for that, you lose the game.
Well, hold on a second. We got 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 ain't bad.
That ain't bad, but that's not. You had to get 5 out of 5 to win the game.
You know what? I say we put it up to a vote.
No, but you've lost the game.
I'm sorry, but you've been voted out of.
He's Employee of the Month.
Wheel of Gage.
I might have to go with his opinion over
He
yours.
is employee.
Oh, that.
So I can't win anything, is what you're saying.
You created it.
You can't win anything after you wouldn't let me win the Blood Bowl.
I knew I was being used as a pawn
Because
in a much bigger game.
Because you already knew you had lost because you had picked Inspector Gadget.
Yeah?
That was your biggest fault.
Like,
So
it
then
should have
when
been my... You guys didn't let me use Penny. That was the issue.
Penny
She's
is
not a weapon.
She's the deadliest weapon. It's not Jeff Speakman. It's Penny from Inspector Gadget.
There are very few characters where you can use both of them. One I would say where you can use the duo, Doc Brown and Marty McFly. That you're allowed to use both of them.
No.
Ice Climbers.
Ice Climbers, yeah.
Why would you ever use Ice Climbers
You know
for
what?
anything?
You know, next time we do a Blood Bowl, we'll figure out a better way to decide who wins instead of letting my charisma win the game for me.
You didn't win though. Sam did. And
Yeah, but you didn't win, so I did win.
You didn't want me
what-
to win.
okay, well then
but
pick-
you knew you couldn't
Well, then
win.
pick my segment for next week, bitch. What's it gonna be?
What's something that Gage hates? What does Gage really hate?
I hate that cricket.
You have to make a bunch of our books posts, like people on our books.
Yes.
Do I have to actually post them?
You have
Yes.
to. You have to post them
actually post
and
them.
tell us your results.
Yes.
Okay.
Do. How about this?
I'll make a couple throwaways.
I was gonna say make a couple alts for this. Do a control group where you do like let's discuss Old Man in the Sea or whatever, and then a couple where you're like don't you hate it when your bookmark falls out or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't post like that. For the podcast listeners, this is referring to a cut segment from a couple weeks ago in which Gage ranted against our books. You'll probably be able to find that in the bonus section later on.
So I'm going to do the Our Books experiment. That's actually interesting, so thank you for giving me that. There we go.
Never mind. You have to vape. You have to vape the
I'm
whole
not going to
show.
destroy my life for this podcast. Not yet.
I'm willing to do that.
Well, you destroyed mine by not letting Makoto Kusanagi win the Blood Bowl.
You're right. She didn't win the Blood Bowl. John McClane did. Congrats, Sam.
Well, good.
Thank you.
Good. He's gone forever. He can never come back.
Yeah, because he's in Valhalla.
Well, I haven't had any time to work on my
On your speech.
because we had to play your game.
Was your mind like
Yeah, what do you think you're going to do?
grinding
for
away
your
on some
speech?
ideas?
I'll probably include a part in there about how we won at Gage's game. I don't.
And how good my segment was.
I feel like we should maybe try and find access to like some past speeches because I didn't even know that we had Employee of the Month, much less banquets.
Okay,
for
fine.
them.
You can have my speech. I wrote one.
You've never been Employee of the Month though.
He wrote it in case he ever got.
I wrote it in case I won.
sad.
Yeah.
That's
But you know what? You're my friend, and I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Would you like my speech?
if it's good.
You probably don't want my speech.
Okay then.
It's a rough draft I wrote in 2007.
Oh.
You've been down here 9 years.
Wait, hold on. Let me do some calculations here. All right. I've just calculated that we need to move on to the next segment.
And the next segment is...
This Week in Tech.
Anything punctuated with a fart noise. Ooh.
Speaking of fart noises, ITT Tech's closing down.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so first item in This Week in Tech, ITT Tech is shutting down. I didn't know that until now.
Yep.
Were they any good? Like, was that...
No,
there's some people that are like, I don't know enough about them to slander them properly, but...
Well, I mean, none of us just wanted to settle by being a sweaty mechanic working at Walmart. For
Well,
the
not
rest
a
of our lives.
45-year-old Mexican man with 3 kids, so... It was not the school for me. That's what the commercial showed me
A couple
anyway.
viewers are going to have to readjust their mental image of you, no doubt. But
He's not 45, and I do have a daughter, though.
this will probably be the last place that you hear this piece of news. The new iPhone just announced that it's not going to have a headphone jack.
It's going to have the jack dongle.
Jack Dongle? That's a great character
Jack
name.
Dongle's the new CEO of Apple, though, isn't he?
I'm Jack Dongle. We got the new iPhone. We're taking out the phone. And no more headphones. Jack Dongle says headphones are for losers.
We beam Apple Music right into your brain.
We've taken out instant messaging. Now you have Beats messaging. Every time you send a message, Dr. Dre makes 3 cents. I'm Jack Dongle.
As it is, we don't need to editorialize on that because everybody knows it's a bad idea.
Do you like how... So I didn't watch really any of it. I just know that Shigeru Miyamoto comes out and... Oh my god, that's the guy with Mario game. Hello, America. I make Mario. And they're like, oh my god, he makes Mario. So then he comes out and says, in this new iPhone app, you make a Mario jump.
I'm Jack Dongle. We just announced we're taking out the jumping from the Mario game. We said jumping out of style. This is Jack Dongle. We're announcing Sonic Runner. You just run in a straight line because I love straight lines and I love thinness. Sonic, gotta go fast. Fast like our new processing power after the... I mean, it won't be too fast when we brick your phone in a year and a half.
The processor as it's 2 yesterday. We're going with a straight up wax
Jack
tablet.
Rock.
Jack Dongle with the iPhone 8. It's literally 2 sticks you rub together to make fire. Here we go. But you know what it has? The headphone jack, because you guys all bitch. Hear those sticks rubbing together and high quality stereo.
And that is the main thing that people took away. No headphone jacks and Mario. I'm like, I know nothing technically about the phone. Don't know what kind of processing power it has. Don't know what kind of camera it has. Don't know what the graphics are going to be. It's just, no headphone jack and it's got Mario on it. So people are either like, fuck you, Apple. No headphone having that. Or people are like, oh my god, Mario! Because, you know, anything that Nintendo shits out, they'll buy. The best
Such
part
crime.
about this is just a Mario running game.
Is it Pokemon Go Mario edition? Is that it?
No, so, you know, like, endless runner games, right? So something like Temple Run, Subway Surfers,
Oh.
This one's got Mario on it.
anything like that.
But yeah, so it's an endless runner a la Temple
So
Run.
you tap to make him jump, and there are no other controls.
It's like the Google dinosaur game. You ever played the dinosaur
Oh
game?
yeah.
Where you're jumping over cactuses?
But I'm sure this requires online functionality. So
No, because, Nintendo hates anything that is online.
You're going to be able to buy hats for Mario. You'll be able to buy extra lives. You don't make a phone game that doesn't have microtransactions.
Oh my
in it.
god, I can't believe I didn't even think of that.
Especially an Endless Runner.
Well, that's the worst part, is those games have been around since, 2001.
Yeah.
Addicting games is like, here's my Stickman Endless Runner game. And you just go play that in the school computer until the bitch librarian is like, what are you kids doing? You shouldn't be on that or Wikipedia, because Wikipedia, anybody can fake it. Well,
They're like, don't go on Wikipedia. People can edit them all. Yeah, but if you scroll to the bottom, there's
Sources.
a bibliography, and you go,
I go on Google Books and they'll give me a preview. And I'll snag a quote from the preview.
they never give you the preview for what you want.
they know. It's like, in fact, the most important part, page 43 is omitted from this preview.
I'm Jack Dongle for Google Books. We're taking out all the parts you need to write your paper on AIDS.
there are no words. They're just blank papers, because who cares?
And you know what? We've had people ask in the past. I want to clarify. It is not Braille. I'm telling you, it's blank pages with a headphone jack.
What they're saying is it's competing for space. I'm looking at my phone right now. It looks like they're both very comfortably on there, and I have room for another one on the other side.
Yeah, but Layne, we have to release a new one every single year.
It's very. I also like how Apple Jim Dongle. It's not his actual name, but the
I
Apple
think
CEO.
is it Tim Cook?
Yeah.
His name's Jim Dongle now.
Yeah, he's like, it's very brave what we're doing. Oh, yes, very, very. Oh, yeah. First responders at 9/11, D-Day, people
Gandhi,
storming
I
the
call
beaches.
that guy a coward. I haven't eaten for 4 days. That's when it came to me in a Vision Quest. No more input jack.
I was slaving away on the new iPhone. I was too lazy to add in the headphone jack. Fuck you.
You know
Deal
those
with it.
Tibetan monks set themselves on fire? Bunch of pussies. I set 3 interns on fire just this morning.
For saying I should implement the headphone jack.
More like headphone Jim.
Dongle. You know what? I'm changing it. Not even a page, just a rock. Just look at that rock.
Our new product line, pretty much all rocks. Saved you a lot of time. You can all go home now.
I've changed my mind once again. We're just blinding you. Fuck you. We're just gonna gouge out your eyes when you come into the Apple store. We have an Apple genius standing by to gouge out your eyeballs.
This segue is too good to pass up. Speaking of blinding, the only other piece of tech I wanted to talk about today actually came out a couple weeks ago. This segment is real slapdash, but it's a suit that you wear while you're surfing or you go into the depths of the ocean, and it hides your body's signals and scents and pheromones from predators.
Okay.
Yeah, so this invisibility suit, and when I first read it, I was like, it's cool that we're there. I'm disappointed that it's not like a Harry Potter cloak of invisibility. I've been waiting for that for a while. But I was thinking, do you want to be invisible to predators on the ocean floor? Because as far as I understand it, they pretty much ignore humans. They're like, they're not very tasty. I don't recognize them. I'm gonna just. But if a whale goes by and just has his mouth open, for krill, and you're wearing an invisibility suit, you're just gonna get swept right up.
Okay, so here, I don't want to say, let me stop you right there, but a whale is not necessarily a predator of humans, and they sense things through sonar.
Okay.
So this, I cannot see any way this would make you invisible to sonar because you're a physical object. So sound waves are bouncing off of you back to them, so they would know that you're there. So when this says predators, the only thing I can see is it being sharks. Yeah, there's not really any other predators. So sharks can see you, so they'd be able to see you. They have eyeballs, right? So
It seems like this is a solution in search of a problem.
I wish
who are these snake oil salesmen selling a shark invisibility suit? They have eyeballs. They don't. What it would make you invisible to? They pick up your electromagnetic pulses.
Okay.
Which that doesn't make sense to me because that comes off of your neck. So unless this covers your whole entire body.
Oh yeah, it looked like a morph suit. It was like a full on.
Oh, okay. So then all right, sure. But okay, that to me seems worse because sharks are curious creatures, and most of the time when they bite somebody, they're not biting them because they're hungry. They're like, I wonder what this is. We'll just take a little nibble there, and then no, I don't like that. And a little nibble to a human being with a larger shark is usually a big chunk of flesh. A shark doesn't mean it. He can't control his 25,000 pounds of bite pressure.
you can't just go.
Well, they don't have tongues.
They don't have tongues.
They do not have tongues.
But how do they taste?
Kind of like chicken, actually.
That was a great joke.
Okay, so imagine this. So imagine there is a person who's wearing an invisible, a light refracting suit, right? And they don't necessarily break into your house. They just open your front door. So now you see that predator shimmer. You don't know what that is. You're like, what? So you're that would be terrifying. And they're not saying anything. They're just walking around your house, opening drawers and things. And so this would be if you shot them, and that person's like, well, I had the invisibility suit on, so how did they shoot me? So this would be if a shark is I can see it, but I just can't sense it. Well, I better go investigate. And then takes a nice old bite out of you, and then that person's like, oh, I spent $10,000 on this shark invisibility suit, and it still bit me.
This guy's delicious. I can't taste the infrared on him. You're going to want to bite the guys in those fancy suits. They got the best meat. Do we have any other tech news?
No, that's all for tech news. That's all you need to know. Apparently, no one's ever seen a great white shark mate. Like they've never seen
That
a
is
mate.
true. Nobody has ever seen one. Nobody's caught it on camera. And there are scientists like jonesing. Like there are guys who they're like, I'm going to be the first guy to do it. And oh yeah, I'd kill to see that.
Yee. Wait, so yeah, can't we theorize it? Can we pretty much put it together like this is where the anatomy is located, this is how we theorize it'll happen? Or is it a mystery?
Have we put two great whites in a tank and just...
Oh, you can't have them in captivity.
What if we drugged them a la Star Trek 4?
Held them at gunpoint.
And we put them in, like, the most simulated, like, habitat we possibly could.
That's the thing. There's not a tank big enough anywhere. They hadn't been invented
What's
yet.
the name of the invisible shark suit?
It's actually got a very disappointingly generic name.
Okay.
It's Ocean Blue Survival Gear.
I guess that's why they call it the Blues.
Hey, Elton, do you want us to explain to you all the science that you don't understand? I mean, it's just my job, 5 days a week.
In the song, he's in space, correct?
Yes.
So one, how does he not understand it if he got into space?
This astronaut is the Elton John of astronauts. It's work to him, and he doesn't have a passion for it. So he just chugs along
And
in a
then the
workman
fact
like
Is that what? That's actually probably what it's about, right?
Hey, it could be, yeah.
He gets the weekends off on Mars.
Yeah.
What?
But the weekends on Mars are like, what, 2 Earth years? So, pretty sweet gig.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, God, I hate Mondays. The joke is that he's been off for 2 years.
Yeah.
And now it's Monday.
Well, it's Monday for what now? A
Like
year?
an eternity, yeah.
Well, because 2 days is what?
Yeah.
2 Earth years. So
We're
he's
going by a very simplistic algorithm where we just say a day is a year.
Well, The Martian, he was only there for 2 weeks. That Ridley Scott's a hack.
Do you know,
Martian 2, we got all of it. We got the red planet, the sand, and the big boy himself, Mars. It's a remake of Enemy Mine. Enemy Mine, have you guys seen that?
No.
That's another good Dennis Quaid movie.
Ooh, speaking of Dennis Quaid movies, I thought, here's my new script. So this is The Dragon Trap. A crossover between...
The joke is that he was in a movie called The Parent Trap, and then he was in Dragonheart.
So in this one,
Dennis Quaid is a dragon.
Who can't catch a break? No, I hate Mondays.
I can't believe I'm stuck being a dragon. I can't even get inside my own house. Oh my God, Dad, you wrecked the house. Twin dragon daughters separated in her. Oh my God, you're a dragon, and you're a dragon too. No, nothing? Have you not seen The Parent Trap?
no, this is the thing. I have seen the movie about 500 times.
I actually like it.
I always I confused her with the Olsen twins
Oh, okay.
because there was 2 of her in that movie.
Real missed opportunity. They could have really cut the budget in half and just had the Olsen
Literally
twins
cut the budget in half.
Hey-o.
Wait, no, it would have doubled the budget.
Yeah, because there were 2 actors. You've seen The Dragon Trap.
Dennis Quaid is the Dragon Trap 2.
Dennis Quaid is a dragon. Gets cloned.
Anthony Hopkins is a dragon hunter. I'm going to get you, Dragon Trap.
I'm sorry, Dennis Quaid.
His name is Dennis Quaid in the film.
Dragon Trap.
That's one thing that you reminded me of that I do want to talk about. I really hate when they make a sequel to a movie and you know that the intention was to have the original actors reprise their roles, but they didn't want to, or they couldn't, they weren't going to give them enough money, things like that, right? So they have to write a really flimsy, the original one died and this is his brother. Tremors is a good example, right? Like they couldn't get Kevin Bacon back. That's just disappointing to me.
Well, and they couldn't get Reba McEntire back either. Where's your wife, Bert? Oh, she's a bitch.
Oh, she left me.
That's my favorite is when they can't get, like, an actress back. Oh, she's a bitch.
And they just rip on her.
Hey, Shia LaBeouf, where's Megan Fox at? Oh, she's a bitch.
It's like when Katherine Heigl was like, I don't like Grey's Anatomy. The writing is shoddy. Like the next season, like, you have cancer. Goodbye.
We were talking about this the other day. Criminal Minds.
Criminal Minds with Inigo Montoya.
Inigo Montoya.
Yeah.
Well, he's in it for like 3 or 4 seasons.
I think it's 4.
And then
When we were at Walmart looking at the box sets, it was 4.
And then at one point, he just didn't show up on set. He just didn't show up because he's like, yeah, this is too much. Like, it's too real for me.
You know, good old Mandy has a point. How could they put child rape on TV?
Yeah.
But you can't say fuck.
Right?
So then they had Joe Mantegna come in, and Inigo Montoya's character, they're just like, oh yeah, you know, he just needed some time off, went on vacation. Several seasons later, he ends up being murdered. They murdered him. And like everybody in the shows, they're all crying out. I'm like, you couldn't even get him to return to like play the corpse.
Oh yeah, that guy was in the show.
That's a pretty good Joe Mantegna, actually.
Thanks. I've been working it over. I've been like adjusting my throat for it. I've just been waiting for you to stop talking. Cut this out.
Oh, leave it in. Like with these new mics, we're really going for the whispering this episode.
It's like in a 3D movie where it's like boing, boing, like a bouncy ball going towards the screen.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
I just hate 3D stuff because it's not necessary. It doesn't immerse me in the film, and almost every time it's always like CGI, and they do it to where it's like, whoa,
Yeah,
there
it's
it is.
So rarely shot in 3D. It's usually like post converted.
Well, yeah, but fucking, is it Christopher Nolan that if you watch the Batman movies, he shot some of it in IMAX and some of it in normal, so it changes aspect ratios throughout.
Wait, but they didn't just letterbox it all, even for like the home DVD release.
No, I have it on
Really?
Blu-ray and it still does that.
Really?
Yeah, it's jarring, and I don't know why he did it.
The Star Wars Laserdisc is an absolute shit show because it's slightly too long for Laserdisc, so they sped it up by 1%. So everything's slightly higher pitched and slightly faster. And also they got the aspect ratio wrong at the beginning, but not at the end. So they
Which
just
Star Wars?
Episode 4.
Okay.
So they just keyframed it, so slowly the aspect ratio sinks like the trash compactor.
There's something in here. The headphone jack adapter pops out of the line.
The more you learn about George Lucas, the more you're like, I don't know if that guy's a genius or just like, because a lot of that was like saved in editing. So like you look at some of these choices and you're like, I don't know if you did that on purpose
Or if he even did that.
Isn't it egregious that the alien has like the Jew nose?
Oh my god.
That's the Jedi mind trick.
There you go.
Oh yeah, your Jedi mind tricks won't work on me because I know you do magic. And he's like, let's roll some dice. And then now this is podcasting. I'll try starting the segment. That's a good trick.
You didn't like our Phantom Menace talk?
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you want to start the topic of the week?
Yeah, topic of the week sounds pretty good. So, like I mentioned at the beginning of the episode,
All right, yeah. So this random word generator will generate 6 random words, and then we'll also have a random genre, and we've got to tie it all together. 2 of those words will be picked. The others can be discarded.
I'll go first.
you'll set the tone for this.
All right. So give me here. We'll start with the genre.
Okay.
The genre I have to do is romance. I have to do a romance. Oh, that
romance.
Starting me off with an Achilles heel. Okay.
Your words are bleakness, day, hoax, 19, dosage, and fake. You got to use 2 of those and spin a movie plot from it, a romantic movie plot.
Well, okay, what I got there is from Bleakness and Dosage. It's a movie about you're just continuously trying to, like, you know, maybe we introduce like a couple women who are like romantic interests, but I'm not saying this is like a friend zone movie, but it's like similar to that, and you're just like, well, I'm just gonna give up. And then 19 in there, 19 doses. That's what it's called. You take 19 doses of cyanide.
That was pretty good, Gage.
Let's hear Gage's pitch.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with this sucks. Okay, hoax and day. Okay, so the movie will begin at the beginning of the day. Let's say it's gonna be like quick change. It'll take place over the course of the day. Okay.
All right.
So it's this guy, and he's trying to fake his own death
Okay.
because he's like, I hate people. It's quick change. No, he's like, I hate everyone. So he's like, he's got it pretty good. He just hates people. He can't find the right person. So he's gonna fake his death, but everything he does, like, ends up horribly. Like, he tries to like jump off a building so people will see it, but then they're like looking for a body and then they don't care. So eventually, like he's trying to get to a car accident, but he needs somebody to drive the car. He's like, I just need you to like stand here and be a witness for me, and then say, oh my God, he killed himself. So that's he finds a random chick, and so she's like, oh, I'll help you. So then over the course of the movie of him trying to fake his own death, they slowly fall in love, and then he like finally figures it out, and she's like, well, Keith, you're a dead man. He goes, I don't want to be a dead man anymore, and then they walk away happy.
Oh, with your manic pixie dream girl.
Yeah,
And it's called Hoax Day.
I was gonna do Day Hoax.
it would star Chris Pratt. Who's our chick? Oh, I got it, Natalie Portman. There we go. Yeah, I think that was pretty good for one, someone who hates romantic comedies, and two, getting that horrible generation.
Yeah.
All right.
I do like my pitch for the movie. 19 doses.
19 doses.
You know, cyanide will kill you in one, right? All right, Sam, your genre is sci-fi.
Sci-fi. My random words are boarder, as in somebody who is coming on board.
Okay.
Morsel, fish, orphan, battalion, and dreamless.
You got battalion. That's a pretty good sci-fi word.
All right. There's an orphan who's found floating in outer space, right? It's a human child, and he's in an escape pod. He comes onto the ship. The captain is Michael Ironside. And the captain brings him on board, and the kid tells him about a battalion of fish people.
Okay, you don't have to use every word.
Oh, I thought you were going to go Michael Ironside runs a battalion of soldiers, and he's like, come on board.
No.
And then he trains them up, and then the kid realizes that Michael Ironside's a bad guy.
Ooh, that's good. As it is, the kid's sort of like the advance warning for the battalion
Of fish people.
And at the same time,
Fish people are coming.
but that's not all.
So who plays the orphan?
Ooh, Will Wheaton, circa 1992. But
No, he's awful.
I know.
Why would you put
For some reason, that was the first sci-fi young kid that came into mind.
Home Alone.
Macaulay Culkin,
Yeah.
circa like 1994.
No, as he is now.
They found a strung out heroin addict floating in space. Bring him on board.
I would pay to see that film.
What's it called?
Ooh, yeah, it's called Dreamless.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. What about? Oh, all right, that was pretty good.
Okay.
Layne,
Yeah.
your genre is fantasy.
Fantasy. Okay, that's pretty broad.
You guys got all the cool ones.
Well, yours is interesting that you got one you don't normally
That's
deal
true.
with.
True.
All right.
Your random words are glamorous, blob, chaotic, Americana, bleed, and chapter house. For those of you who don't know, a chapter house is a building used for meetings of the canons of a cathedral or another religious community. Or, in the U.S., a place where a college fraternity or sorority
Okay,
meets.
so like a chapter. Okay.
a chapter of the sorority.
That's a good one for fantasy.
All right, so I want to say this movie is about a new evil religion that is popping up. I'm hitting you over the head with my wizard staff. That religion is bad.
Okay.
The main character is he's a glamorous sorcerer, right? So he, and that's the thing. He's a hemomancer. So he controls blood.
Who plays the glamorous sorcerer?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I want Jim Varney to play.
What is going on?
Give us the plot.
Give us the plot.
Okay, so the glamorous magician, he just does that. You know, he just wants to be glamorous in a world that isn't very glamorous, right? He does everything for himself. And throughout the story, he learns like that he should be helping people. And by the end of the film, he's like the hero of everybody. And it's kind of like the Warcraft movie, but if you made the movie for people who don't like know any of the lore. And you know, if this is like at their prime,
Okay.
David Bowie as the glamorous hemomancer, Jim Varney as their bard jester.
I'm surprised you remembered all these people's names.
I want Ozzy Osbourne to be in the film somewhere. I always think of Ozzy Osbourne as a wizard just because of Black Sabbath's song "The Wizard." Mm-hmm. So maybe he's like the mentor of the hemomancer, at some point in the film they have to go be like, oh, hey, Aussie Bloodborne.
So, Sam, would you buy this movie?
It sounds a little convoluted. I know it's supposed to be a one-off fantasy movie that anybody can get into, but it seems a little heady for that. Is it a comedy? You got Jim Varney as the bard.
Is it a musical?
No.
You're going to have David Bowie, and there's no music in the
You're
film.
right. Wait. Well, it's like a Labyrinth type film.
Labyrinth is...
Well, it's got music in it. I wouldn't say it's a musical.
Magic Dance. It's a musical.
Yeah, it's a musical.
Well, so then
Is he done yet?
Shut the fuck up, Gage. Shut up. I'm employee of the month, not you.
Way to drudge that back up.
Oh, I'll keep reminding you.
I'm still pretty certain that was a bureaucratic error.
Nope. I'm not accepting that
Can
now.
I go again?
Sure, yeah, let's go back
See,
around.
now you get to play rigid studio exec against me.
Good.
It always ends like this. We always fight.
What's your genre?
Comedy.
Your random words are parcel, desperate,
Oh, desperate.
fang, swollen, dark soup.
Dark Soup.
Dark soup.
Okay, so it's a comedy movie, of course. And a mail
Well, yeah, that's your genre.
and a mailman. It's the last shift of the night. The sun is going down.
Okay.
And he has to deliver a package to the spooky mansion on the outskirts of town.
So, like the Edward Scissorhands mansion.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So he goes out there. It's a dark and stormy night, and he's got to
You
deliver.
taking a creative writing course?
Yep. And so then he goes out there, and when he gets there, there's like a monster party, and he wasn't supposed because the package was supposed to be delivered earlier. So he then has to blend in at the monster party and try to avoid the monsters that are trying to kill him.
Oh. Does Bela Lugosi play
No, it's
Dracula?
me. I play Dracula.
Are you playing Bela Lugosi playing Dracula? Mm-hmm. I like that you're actually in this film. You haven't been in any of your other films so far.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Dracula.
Okay.
We got all of them. We got the Wolfman. There's an alien of some sort. All of them. The mailman is played by. I want to say Jack Black. I want to say Jack Black is the mailman.
Ooh. I'm gonna give this an automatic pass then. Just seeing how good he was in Goosebumps.
So the name of the movie is. We just call it A Dark and Stormy Night.
A dark and
That's
stormy
pretty
night.
good. It's a little tongue in cheek.
Monster by Mail.
That's way better.
Monster, but okay, that's fine. What's in the parcel?
What's something that vampires need?
Well, okay,
Are you saying that as a joke because it's like blood?
No, I mean some way to redeem him. If it was like
I'm thinking, and it's like all the tools that he needs to dispatch the monsters because
Oh, yeah, I was
Dracula hates all the other monsters and he's trying to kill
That's
them.
what I was thinking. I was thinking if it was like a demon who needs something, it's like he's like, this is my last hurrah. Give me the package, I'll disappear or whatever like that. But this is better. He's like they're all my enemies.
I want to be the only monster. Would you guys like to buy this comedy film that writes itself?
So it's just like he's just murdering these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe he loses a couple of the items and he needs to get them back.
All right. I can get on board with this movie.
As it went on, I'm behind Jack Black. Some of the other ideas, a little iffy on. Jack Black, I'm good with though. That's good.
So you guys will buy it?
I'll buy it.
You'll have to do some rewrites there.
That's fine. Will you buy it if I do the rewrites?
I'll have to see what the rewrites are.
No, you have to buy it first, and then I do the rewrites.
Well, how do I know you'll rewrite it?
Because I have to, or you won't give me the money to make the movie.
But you just said I had to give you the money, then you'll rewrite it.
No, we have to agree that you'll make the movie if I do the rewrites.
Sure, I'll buy it.
Yay! Woo! Sam, your genre.
My genre.
Mystery.
Mystery. Ooh, I love mysteries.
These are hard. Mysteries are hard.
Mysteries are hard because it's hard to make a satisfying conclusion.
Or like something that's interesting, like an original mystery.
Yeah. Well, I've got the words to work with. I've got noble, primitive, fancy, aficionado, American, and abattoir. An abattoir is a slaughterhouse.
So slaughterhouse, that's a good.
Yeah, the movie's called American Abattoir,
Okay.
Okay.
and it's got Edward Norton in it.
That's a good call.
Okay, a la Fight Club, he's working a dead end job
Okay.
when he receives an invite to a rave at an abandoned slaughterhouse. Right?
Is he into raves?
No.
But he's got nothing else going on.
He's got nothing else going on. It's like a flyer. He's sitting on the bus or whatever, and he finds it accidentally. He goes there, like the music cuts out, the doors are all closed, and then it's like a locked room mystery. Like one by one, the guests are disappearing. And
Oh, it's
It'd be better if he finds that like he's on the bus, right, or on the subway.
Yeah.
And there's like a guy passed out, the flyer sticking out of his pocket, and so he's like looking around.
what if while he's at work, he's like on online dating profiles and stuff, like he's desperate for some poon, and then like a girl shows him the slightest bit of attention, and then she's like, you want to go to this rave? And that's
No, because that's too much like
hostile.
Yeah, that's too. And like I'm not saying.
Plus, with Layne's idea, the passed out guy could be the murderer. He like set it up to get that.
Ooh, that's clever.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's even better.
Well, I'm just saying you need a good reason for him to suddenly, like, you would have to establish that he has nothing going on.
That's why I said
and he's
that,
just
right?
gonna go home and kill himself. So he's like, one last hurrah before I blow my fucking brains out.
It'd be like a girl is like his girlfriend leaves him or whatever, and she's like, do something interesting, like have fun, dance,
Go to a rave.
What if at the same time, so like he's on the train home, maybe we do a scene where he buys a gun or something,
Yeah,
so
because he's gonna go kill himself.
So then, like, this rave is kind of out in the countryside, right? It's kind of out there, so he rents a car to go out there. He leaves the gun in the glove box.
Okay.
So that, now, I don't know if you want to use it, but like, so, and when he parks outside maybe that shows up later. I don't know if that's something you
a
want to do.
literal Chekhov's gun, like.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
All right, but that's it. American Abattoir. Edward Norton. Would you guys buy it?
I would buy that.
Awesome.
I'd buy it. It's a good Halloween movie.
That is actually.
Your movie.
Okay.
Your genre.
My genre.
Historical.
Okay, historical.
Now, this can be historical fiction. I'll make that conceit.
Okay.
Your words are carbon, lavender, back, daydream, emotion, and coffin.
And coffin. Let's see, it's a historical film. This is tough. I'm trying to think. With coffin and historical, I want to say that this is like a maybe like late 1700s, early 1800s, like a guy who's a carpenter, and so some sickness is going around. He's having to make all these coffins for people. Sorry, this isn't very funny, but this.
No,
is
but
just
that's actually a very interesting premise.
like this is the first thing that came to mind. So like
Like Leonardo DiCaprio would be in it, and when it would win an Academy Award.
So okay, that's what I was thinking. Like have somebody who's like kind of like charming, but the whole point is that this coffin maker, like, he doesn't want to get to know any of these people in town because like he's like he knows that he's going to be building like coffins for all these people at some point, And now I don't know if this is like too cliched or too hackneyed or something, but okay. So like, what if it's like one of those Balto type things where they have the medicine for it somewhere, and
he meets someone and he cares about them, so he goes and seeks out the medicine.
yeah, and so like on his way that like most of this guy's completely healthy. He never gets sick from any of these people. When he gets back with the cure, right, he dies, and they find out he'd made a coffin for himself.
Well, that is how those movies end. I'm gonna let you know right now. Premise alone, I'll buy it. We'll release it in December, and it'll win some awards.
There you go.
All right, make it for what, $1 million?
Yeah.
I could make that in my backyard, for fuck's sake.
Does it have a title?
Just like the Carpenter, right?
Lavender coffin.
Just call it lavender because it's what he has to like burn to get rid of the smell of the bodies. Gotta hate that we're able to do that. We just wrote the most pretentious, award-winning movie.
And the whole time I'm sitting here, I'm like, none of this is funny. It's not funny, but listen to this good pitch I have, you guys.
Everybody pretend that it's their favorite movie for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Ooh, lavender.
Lavender.
God, it was so sad.
Do we want to go around one more time?
One more time.
Yeah.
One more. We're getting pretty good at these. All right, my genre is sci-fi.
Okay.
Sci-fi. Your randomly generated words are gritty, calibration, potential, raw, hopper, amnesia. Ooh, this is a good
It's the
set.
prequel to Predator, starring about Jim Hopper.
There you
It's
go.
gritty. right away with like amnesia and calibration. It's a guy who has amnesia, but he's a robot.
Exactly.
Does he know he's a robot?
Oh, I don't want to go with that.
Yeah, because that is kind of overdone. Like somebody finds out they're a robot.
I'm just gonna go with gritty and calibration.
Okay.
So for sci-fi movies, you have to have like the big meta, like real. So let's go with like everybody dies. Okay. So we're gonna confront. So we'll take that concept and we'll bring it to the forefront where it's always on your mind. So let's say, okay, it's a spaceship, and the navigation is broken.
Okay.
Is it like a colony ship?
Sure.
Okay.
It's pretty big.
Okay.
Let's say that. And the navigation's broken. They can't steer it, and they can't call for help. And it's on a collision course with the sun.
Okay.
So every day, everybody's reminded that they're going to die. So it's about how different groups of people on the ship deal with how they're going to die. So there's like the people that hold out hope. Oh, it'll be fine when we get there. We'll like let's say that they'll get there and be like, okay, there's a 0.07 chance that we'll hit the gravity just right and we'll spin around it. And they're like,
Okay.
we hold out hope every day that we'll hit that gravity spin. And then there's like the totally nihilistic people on the other end of the ship that are just like, doesn't matter what the fuck we do because we're all gonna die. So they're just like fucking
Like
doing
becoming,
Yeah,
becoming more
hedonists.
tribal. Or
Yes.
Like, yeah. Okay.
So let's say, okay, calibration. Let's say like there's like a robot or something, and when the robot found out it was gonna die and there was nothing it could do to prevent it, it like went nuts because it couldn't handle it. So, the robot knows how to fix the engines. So this guy's like, I need to fix this robot, but everybody's like, it's fried. So he's like, if I get to the other end of the ship and I can plug this in and I can just program it to fix the engines and we can get out of here. But the part of the ship he needs to go to is owned by like the tribal nihilist people. Ooh, this would be a good Neil Blomkamp movie because it's heavy-handed. It has robots, and you could put Sharlto Copley in the main role, and it'd be pretty good.
I buy it.
What's a good name for the ship?
The Calibrator.
That sounds like a dildo.
Anything can sound like a dildo. I'm so tired of dildos. People just need to get over it.
The movie's called Get Over the Dildo. Would you guys buy that movie?
I'd buy that movie. You have to hook
actually
me in with a good title and with a good cast. Sharlto Copley's in it. And
Good title.
Okay, yeah, and that seems like a fairly gritty film.
Yeah. That'd actually be a movie I would like to make.
yeah.
I'm gonna write that one down. Nobody steal that idea.
Or you could do like Sunhopper or something. The ship would be called the Potential.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah.
The SMS potential or
What,
the
no,
HMS.
what the hell? That's so on the nose. Anyway,
Checking in.
I think that was okay. Would you guys buy it?
Yeah.
These are getting more and more award winning as we go.
Yeah.
Yours, are you ready? Is an action movie.
Okay.
Action movie. All right. And your random words are revolt, archer, heartsick, cognitive, world, bittersweet. There's actually quite a lot of material to work with here.
Okay. All right.
Bittersweet world.
John Archer is cognitive revolt.
Heartsick Archer. Archer world. In a world filled with archers, he's the only man with no arms. You'll never be an archer. What's the character's name?
John Bowman.
You'll never be an archer, Bowman. Oh no, he's the son of the best archer in the world. He'll never be one. And he's like, I'll be the best archer ever. So he becomes an archer with his feet.
That's what I was saying. You start the movie out with an action scene of like someone getting shot, and there's like an armless guy running around. So couldn't be him, and then he shoots it with his feet.
No. See, I want him to. He has to grow throughout this film.
You're the one that hates origin stories. I can't believe you're pitching a movie with origin story in it.
Well, I mean, come on, like that's a.
You have Chris Christopherson go, he was born without arms. I trained him to shoot with his feet.
Pretty much. And then he becomes the best archer in the world and leads like the revolt against whatever. Against the cognitive world.
Who's John Bowman?
Who would be a
Who's somebody who still looks fuckable with no arms?
like we'd have to CG them out.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh,
Okay. Yes. Who's his father?
Michael J. White.
Just stop it. I was gonna say Michael J. White.
I was the best in the world. Well, I'm not you, Dad. Don't worry, I'll train him to shoot with his feet.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm Whistler from the Blade movies.
No, I want it to be like his dad has died at some point. Like,
okay.
Or gets killed.
Michael Jai White was killed by a guy with a crossbow.
Is that like the other faction of people?
Yeah.
Like you have the archers and the crossbowmen.
Yeah, they killed his dad because his dad was a cleaner for the Archer Mafia, and then he's dead. And they're like,
They cut off his arms or something. They kill his dad.
they cut off his arms.
arms.
That's so good.
Yeah, because like you know how they used to cut off the middle finger of a longbowman,
Yeah.
so that you couldn't hold it back.
What if they? Does he have no arms or just no hands?
No,
It's almost comedic. It's almost comedic if he has no arms.
It's comedic because it's a world where everyone's an archer.
No. I mean, okay, no. It would be way more comedic if he had no hands, because then he's just like flailing them around. It's way better if he just
Why
has
did
like
I drink? I almost died.
if like they just cut off like right at the shoulder.
This segment was worth it just to get it. What are we calling it? What's like a good archer term?
Knocking
The drawback.
The draw.
Or just called drawback. And Chris Christopherson trains him to shoot with his feet.
That is really good.
Because Chris Christopherson shoots with his teeth because he's missing his left hand
That's good. I
and
like
all
that.
of his toes.
He
like
holds
that.
it and he actually looks kind of badass while he does it.
So that's good. Okay, and like being a little bit more serious. Like let's say this is like a movie where like guns don't exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like.
No, there's no way to turn this serious.
Well, no, now I'm like being it's a real movie pitch now.
The drawback. Would you buy it?
I'd have to be drunk and then I'd be like, that's the best movie pitch.
Did you say Michael B. Jordan? I'm going to buy it only because it'll give Michael Jai White work. Idris Elba is the leader of the Rebel
Man,
gang.
I threw out 3 bangers there. Damn, nice.
No,
good
you
job,
did
Layne.
not. You threw out 2.5.
Lavender and Drawback are good. What was the other one?
It was the one where he droned on for 25 minutes about the fantasy movie.
I'm sorry that I actually attempted to come up with a film out of that.
You did not.
What would you have done?
And with that, we end this weird segment that we made up on the spot.
All right, so I know we've been doing a lot of brainstorming today. Have you had any time to finish up the speech you're going to give at the Employee of the Month banquet?
Oh, I decided I'm not doing it anymore.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm just... I've decided, fuck Al. I'm just not going to go.
You have to do it.
No, I'm going to make a really big point of not going. I'm going to pretend to be really sick.
It isn't about you anymore, Layne.
Damn it, man.
It's about me, the rest of us.
It's about...
Did you just say it's about you?
No, I said it's about the rest of us. If you don't do it, then he's just not going to do it anymore. And you know what? We won't get the honor, the recognition, the bitches that we deserve.
It sounds like I don't want any of that. I want to fly under the radar. Gage, do you want to be Employee of the Month?
Well, you can't be. I mean, you weren't. I can't just give it to you.
I mean, I guess
You were a mistake.
Not the first time I've heard that.
You know what, Ben? You're right. I mean, if Al makes me the Employee of the Month, he'll find out that we stole all of this audio equipment. Fuck the Employee of the Month.
Now I think I might do it. Hold on. Let me get started on that. Now because you don't want me to do it, now I want to do it. I'm just being contrary to you. Because you wouldn't let me win the Blood Bowl.
So our last 2 segments of the day, we got some emails.
And what do those emails say, Gage?
Well, first we should bring up the fact that we got a couple reviews on our podcast.
Oh, yeah, we did get a couple reviews. Should I read those now?
Yeah, the reviews are in.
Reviews are in. First 2 episodes are up on iTunes now. If you're listening to this is the 3rd episode, so 3rd episode's up as well.
Or if you're watching it on YouTube. So, what do you got for us? What's our first review?
All right, so our first review,
From a fan.
very first words. She knows who she is. We don't have to...
No, what's her name?
Alice. So, very first words about the podcast. I'm 3 minutes in, and it's very wordy.
That's my favorite.
Now, this was sent to me very early in the morning before I could respond to it. So you can imagine my distaste when I woke up and see that is the first review I get. on a podcast where the very nature is people talk.
So the thing about our show is that you can stop and resume it throughout your day, or maybe you got a long drive ahead of you. Mm-hmm. That's the point of our show.
Yeah.
Maybe you're stuck in a salt mine, and you can't do it all in one sitting.
I love you to death, but you're a fucking bitch sometimes. And you know this.
We did get 2 emails from my dad. He did not appreciate the John Leguizamo comment. He doesn't actually look like John Leguizamo. And then he asked why we didn't just get Eddie Murphy to be in Beverly Hills Cop 4. He will do anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, daddy daycare.
Yeah. What's on your radar? Oh, I forgot. One correction from episode 2. I said Clive Owen directed Hellraiser. It's Clive Barker. Anyway, moving on to our final segment. What's on your radar?
This week, Magnificent Seven is coming out here shortly.
We'll go see that.
The Shin Godzilla comes out, or Shin Gojira, for those of you in the glorious land of Nihon. That comes out next month.
I don't like this character that he's fallen into.
Other than that, nothing really new. Like I said, new Call of Duty is coming out. I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy, but it's just been so long since I've played one, and I really want it to be interesting, so I'll give it a try. How about you, Gage? What's on your radar?
I'm working on my episode of Blame the Budget on American Ninja right now. If I watch anything this week, it'll be more shitty Canon B movies. Magnificent Seven's coming up.
Quick question. You think it's going to be good or bad?
I mean, it won't be lavender, but it'll be pretty good. So yeah, well, no. Did you finish your speech? Are you going to do it this time? Can you make up your mind? The gala is in less than 6 hours, Layne.
Yeah, they're setting up right outside the
They're looking for the microphones.
I don't have anything to wear. It's just too much. It's too stressful for me right now.
Do you see who's on stage right now?
Is that?
It's the other Layne.
Hi, how's everybody doing tonight? Okay, cool.
Oh my god.
Oh, I guess you didn't win at all.
The
tech support guy won it.
My chair isn't turning around. I can't.
I didn't want to be here. I was.
What's he doing?
He's giving a speech.
Wow, he looks a lot like you. A little younger, but wow. Okay.
Much better.
Enjoy the buffet.
A lot more fuckable.
I've never seen this guy.
He
What's
must
he doing?
He must be okay. Yeah, he's definitely
What's
practicing.
he wearing?
He's got his shirt on with the tie and the glasses. He looks like he's got blood all over his face, like someone beat him and forced him to do. He looks great though.
He might have been drugged and held at gunpoint, forced to do this.
Oh yeah, probably. I think that's the only way Al could get anybody.
But hey, we're missing the moral of the story. You didn't win, fucker. Woo! See you next week, folks. You didn't win shit. You couldn't even pitch a fucking movie.
I'm sorry, I pitched 4 great movies. I will not go back on the glamorous sorcerer.
Goodbye, everybody. See you next week.
You're listening to Salt Mine Radio.